everybody. Your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen. I have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Amir K. Amir Comedy. Follow him on everywhere. But first, we want to get a big shout out to Okuma. Without Okuma, we can't do these shows on Wednesday. They're a huge sponsor of Your Saltwater Guide. I've been a pro staffer with them for a very long time. You use their products there, Amir?
I want to get on them. If you send me some stuff, maybe I can start using their stuff.
I know a guy, so we'll see. Yeah, so we'll see. We're going to show you a really cool video, gang, one that you haven't seen before of a new reel that Okuma's got out on the market. We'll show that to you a little bit later in the show. My heart goes out to everybody up in Malibu on the Palisades. Unbelievable, just an unbelievable event. Super sad. I feel for all of you from the bottom of my heart. We lost an icon for the industry. Wiley's Bait and Tackle right there on the Pacific Coast Highway. It burnt. It's gone. And it was an icon for the industry. Many of us went to Wiley's. We heard the reports on Let's Talk Hookup all the time when Bill Varney or Dave was talking about the reports coming from Wiley's. It was a great tackle store. The young lady that runs it, we'll probably have her on the podcast eventually. It's a sad day for that, but it's a sad day for a lot of people today. Amir and I were just talking about it before we went live. We feel for all of you. We're sorry from the bottom of our hearts. And you're in our prayers, and I can't even imagine how devastating it is. I'm sorry to start the show out like that, Amir, but it is.
Oh, no,
real.
It's all good, man. I mean, I'm sitting in the middle, like not in the middle of it, but I'm over here kind of close to the Hollywood Hills, and it is black, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure people in Orange County and everything could even see the soot and smoke coming down that way. It's really, really bad. Last night I was going to my show where I was on top of the Improv Comedy Club. We could see the hills just on fire. It's crazy. So it's just, yeah. Did you see the video of like PCH up that way? How every house was burned. I mean, those are multi-million-dollar houses, house after house. It's on fire. I mean, I saw a video this morning of the Palisades. It looks like there's nothing left but the mall. It's just devastated, the whole thing. I think that's probably the worst fire in that area for I don't know how long.
And those of you that are on the East Coast in Florida and Australia that are watching, we have a giant audience, and you guys are trying to figure out what Amir and I are talking about. If you watched our show on Monday, I had Pablo on here, who was a former fire chief, and now he's a guide working with me at Your Saltwater Guide. And he was talking about these winds are going to be 70 miles an hour to 100 miles an hour. It's a Santa Ana wind condition here in Southern California. Every time that happens, you got, like I was saying on the show, you got all these people running around flicking matches. I don't know what it is about fire that turns all these dummies on, but that big fire in Malibu on Palisades, though, that was a transformer that blew up. So it wasn't a match flicker, but there's plenty of match flickers out there, gang. And it's
booger eaters, match flickers, they're kind of in the same category. Wouldn't you say so, Dave Hansen?
Absolutely, Amir. Absolutely.
I'd rather be a booger eater than a match flicker.
Oh, for damn sure. For absolutely sure. So you haven't been on the show for a while. The last time I saw you, we were fishing lobsters in Long Beach, just putting on one hell of a show, the two of us. My goodness.
That was a good time, brother. That was a good time.
Kelly Girl.
Well, go ahead, Dave.
Oh, Kelly Girl and I are coming to the PCS show, and you told me the other day there could be a chance that you'll make a guest celebrity appearance at the PCS show, which would be pretty cool.
If I'm in town, I'll be there. I've already promised you that, so I will cruise, and I'll be heckling you. I'll be the guy in the stands going, "Get out the stand!" And all
You're good.
Yeah,
you're good with the hecklers. Kelly and I love watching your stuff, gang. If you don't know who this young man is that's on the show right now, we can't even call you a young man anymore. You got more gray hair than I do. Look at that.
Oh, brother, look at what's this? I need some Just for Men hair dye. I need a sponsor for Just for Men. Screw Okuma. Let's go. It's the sea, bro. It salts your hair up.
Yeah, it does.
I'm out there on the boat just getting salty.
Yeah, let's talk about your new boat. You got your new boat. I saw you running around the other day with your girl on the boat.
Oh yeah, man. You have Kelly girl. I have Chloe girl. She'll be home any minute. She was just at the gym, but it's so funny. I was talking to Roger this morning, and he's like, "Yeah, he's got Kelly girl. You got Chloe girl. Bring her on the camera." But what was I gonna say? Yeah, man, it's so fun. I bought this boat. I think I told you about it. I was on tour with Theo at the time, and I was looking for. I had just sold my little whaler that I used to have, and then I kind of outgrew that. It was a little center console that I would just fish the, like harbor and stuff with and run to Catalina, but it was just like breaking my back. So I was like, time for a cabin. So I upgraded to like a little Sea Dory. It's a 22-foot Sea Dory angler with the cabin. It's awesome, man. It sips gas. It's got a little 90 horsepower Evinrude on there. And just like kind of did a little tune up to the motor. Did a bunch of other little things. You're helping me out with the electronics, which I appreciate. I think we're going to get Tony to do that stuff. And yeah, it's been fun, man. I just put it in the water and that thing rips, dude. It rips.
And you guys, if you don't know who this guy is we're talking to, this is Amir K. He's a comedian. He's traveling all over the world. You and Theo did a couple of trips to Australia, or you did one by yourself, right? And then you and him.
Yeah, just got back from Australia. That was maybe a month or two ago. I went out there, but Theo and I had done. I don't know if your listeners know, but yeah, I toured with Theo Vaughn for the most part. His like the arena tours that he's doing. We've been friends for years, so I'm still doing the comedy clubs and whatnot. So now that he's doing these big arenas, he asked me to come along and do some time on his shows. So it's been pretty cool. And like just getting his audience too, you go up, it's 12,000 people, 8,000 people. It's been pretty exciting and fun to be a part of it and to just watch his growth, So it's a hell of a time. And then when I get home, of course, I jump right in the boat and get on the water. And that's when we do our talking. And
then you also go up and jump on stage in LA just to keep yourself sharp and fresh, right?
Yeah, when I'm home, I'm here. Like last night, where was I? Improv and the Laugh Factory. The Comedy Store actually just called me now. They're closing down because of the fires. I think just out of respect to the people, in the area that are losing their homes and stuff. It's kind of weird to be doing all these comedy shows when people's houses are just lit up, So yeah, I'm here. When I'm home, I'm doing the local clubs as well. And I'm in Orange County quite frequently too. I'll be doing like the Irvine Improv, there's the Brea Improv, there's Long Beach Laugh Factory. So all the local clubs, I usually hit them.
And gang, I just threw his Instagram page up there. You can see his work. If you go to his Instagram page, you can check out Amir's work. You can see what he's doing, how gosh darn fun. I can't cuss on my show, but how gosh darn funny you are. And
go on a lobster trip with Captain Dave. You'll hear him cuss a few times.
Yeah, it's a different world when we're not being watched by millions of little kids. I am super impressed with your growth, where you've gone, what you've been doing. It's absolutely amazing watching all your stuff as you're going around the world, traveling, doing all this stuff, and the people love you, man. It's just incredible the love that you get, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like you, the people. It's a lot of fun, man. I mean, it's one of those jobs where people are just happy to see you. We're not, I'm not doing something bad. I come in where you're just making them forget about their, whatever problems they have for that 1 hour that they watch us. Uh-oh, I think Chloe girl's home.
The boss is home.
The boss is home. We got to go. I got to set the computers. No more fishing talk. Oh yeah, that little thing's going to keep going off.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, let me let her in real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. We got this. So gang, go over to Amir's Instagram page, Amir Comedy, and follow him. He's got 235,000 followers right now. Now with your saltwater guide, all the people that are watching this show, let's go over and follow him on his Insta page, and you will be blown away by his comedy. While we're waiting for him to come back on, I want to show you a video real quick of Amir doing what he does up on stage. This is one of my very most favorite bits that you do. I love this.
Which one is it?
It's the dog talk, baby.
Oh, man.
I'm showing
Most dog owners have had that thought, like, I wish my dog could talk. Yeah. Right? You have that thought. But immediately after that thought, I have the thought of, he's too needy. Yeah. If Doogie could talk, and he had a cell phone. Dude, I'd leave the house for 5 minutes. I'd check my voicemail. It'd be like, you have 30 new voicemails. Boop. Hey, what's going on? It's me, Doogie. Listen, I know you said we're going for a walk. I just kind of want to touch base. Let's see what time you were thinking. Go ahead and give me a call back. I'm at home. me again. Listen, have you seen my red ball? Yeah, you know the one we take to the park? Can't seem to find it. Anyways, no big deal. Call me Ken. Boop.
I am blown away. Your comedy is so funny. It is just, there he is. There's
birthday.
There
Just
he is.
off the phone.
Legend.
Somebody asked, "Where's the dog?" Here he is. Dude, I'm reading the comments, man. People are hilarious. Somebody
love
said
you,
that's
man.
a nice wig.
They love you, buddy. They love you. They're stoked that you're a comedian and you're a fisherman.
I love it, man. I love seeing your people come out too. I've had several people come out with their your saltwater guide shirts. And they're like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Oh, Captain Dave sent me." I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So it's really cool. I love that the worlds are kind of mixing. You know, it's pretty cool. And you know, Theo's fans, man, a lot of them fish.
Yeah.
So like, it's so cool. Like in some of these meet and greet lines, I'll be having like, you know, like they're trying to take pictures and stuff, and I'm just having like an hour-long conversation about the local lake, you know, that's going off or something like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's way cool the way that was intermingled. And we found you because you started following me, and then next thing I know, I find out that you've been a part of my whole thing for so long, and that was 3.5 years ago, and the love between you and me has just grown so much, and it's just
the movie's coming out soon, Brokeback Mountain 2. What do you the love between you and I has grown. Marley, Kelly's getting jealous. Marley's even jealous.
Well, I'm growing. Look at, because of you, I'm growing my hair out.
Bro, I gotta send that to Theo.
I'm growing the most.
That's a Theo
bitchinest mullet. We're having a mullet contest at the show on Saturday. Who shows up at my booth with the best mullet's going to win a free trip on Justin's boat.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's
so
really
we're
cool.
Bringing the mullet back. 63 years old. By March, it's probably going to be down the middle of my back. It's going to be pretty badass. I'm trying. Yeah, the rat boy, he'll love that. So.
Yeah, Theo loves that. I love when people come to they like come with their huge mullets, man. It's pretty cool. I have seen some crazy ones around the country. What was I gonna say? When are you gonna come out? When are we gonna do a lobster trip before it's all over here?
Probably sometime in February if you're in town. You're leaving tomorrow morning, right? Where are you headed?
Yeah, we're taking off. Me and my girl are going to. I got a couple shows in Wyoming, in Casper, at the Rialto Theater over there. Just doing some couple quick shows on Saturday. We're just going in early because my girl's got some friends in Casper that we're gonna go visit, and then we'll be back Sunday. But yeah, just a few shows there. But what was I gonna say? Are you? I know Justin's doing like his trips and stuff. You got to come out and come with us one time, man, with Roger and Jesse or anybody else, and we'll do some lives.
I would love to, buddy. I would love to come with you. I'd love to go check it all out, hang out with you guys, and make some cool videos. I sent you. I'm blown away right now. I sent you over my Instagram page. Right now, we're getting 1 million views a day on Insta. It's just absolutely mind-numbing.
That's crazy, and it's not even because you're sucking octopuses. Somebody commented.
Oh yeah.
As long as we're not octopus suckers, I love that, and that was disgusting, bro. I can't believe you did.
You know me.
You ate a sardine head and sucked on an
I'll
octopus.
do anything for a view. Come on.
Shameless. I love it. You got to do it, man.
It's hard to believe that a 63-year-old man is viral on social media, but I am.
That's how you do it, brother. Next time we're gonna light the mullet on fire. We'll be in business.
Absolutely. So, what are you doing in town when you come back? You got anything coming up that all these people that are watching you could come see you do?
They can always message me, man. I'm pretty good about getting back to my messages, the DMs on Instagram or whatever. If if I'm home, just if you're local, if you live in the LA area or the Orange County area, just send me a message and say, hey man, where are you at this week? Because when I'm home, I'm performing pretty much every night. So if you want to come and check it out, I'd love to meet you too. Come say hi, say, I saw you on Dave Hansen's podcast or whatever it is. And, I'll definitely shoot the BS with you. I love talking fishing. So come find me.
Do. The thing is, gang, is when you come, you're going to feel like a celebrity when you show up wearing one of my shirts. Amir's going to take time out of his busy day to talk to you. You're going to be blown away. This guy is exactly how he is right here on the show right now. There's no, and he is a big time comedian now. You're traveling all over the place, dude. It's insane.
It's it, dude. I pinch myself every day, bro. It's the best job in the world, and to get to do that, and I'm just trying to incorporate some more fishing into it. Actually, I get to go to such beautiful places and like some coastlines that I don't get to see all the time, and it just sometimes it's hard when we only have a limited time. Like when we're on tour with Theo, I'm only there for like a day, and then we jump on the tour bus and leave. So I want to fish with everyone, and everyone reaches out. They're like, "Hey, man," because they know I fish, so they're like, "Hey, let's go hit this river or whatever." And it's just seldom that we have a day off that I can actually run and go do that, which I think we went to Bend, Oregon, man. We did some fly fishing, and I'm not a big fly fishing guy. I hadn't really done it before. I did it maybe one other time, and it was just gorgeous, man. We were in the water and we all caught fish. It was fun. We got these little rainbows and white fish, and it was an incredible time. We had Theo out there fishing. I'm trying to get him on the boat. I think he's scared of the water. He's like, man, I'm scared of the ocean, man. What if something happens out there, man? Like, we're good. We're good. So I'm trying to get him on the ocean. He loves to fish, though.
When were you in Bend?
We were in, I can't even remember, man. The tour goes so crazy and it's so fast that like everything kind of blends together. But we did kind of like a Pacific Northwest run. And all those areas I want to fish, like there's Vancouver, Seattle, Portland, all those places have like such good fisheries. And we had a little time in Bend, and I went out and we did a little fly fishing. It was pretty cool. We had like a guide take us out. It was
nice.
gorgeous.
That's where my son lives. He lives in Bend, Oregon. He's child protective
custody.
What?
What did you do? I thought you said child protective custody took him away.
Child protective services. The head of HR, you weirdo. Do you have, Matt Ryan, do you have any stand-up stuff about fishing yet?
Amir, you got to get Theo on Dave's podcast. Amir, do you? Is that a question for me? I do. It's funny when people come out and they say, like, if I see the Dave Hansen shirt, or if I see a fishing shirt, or if someone's wearing some sort of fishing gear, there's 1,000 out of 1,000 times I'm gonna talk to them or talk about it. So I don't really have like a set piece in my act about fishing or whatever, but like if someone comes and I see that, I'm gonna go off on a 30-minute riff. I think I did it in Oxnard. I told you I was at the Oxnard Improv, and he sent Sonny, one of your guys. Yeah, Sonny came out and he was cool, and I had never even met him, but I go, that's him. I like just knew by the way he looked. I'm like, this is a Dave Hansen buddy. And then there's another couple people actually at that show, because Oxnard, kind of by the water right there in Ventura. And there was two other people that were your fans that had come out. And so I spent like 30, 40 minutes. I think the other rest of the crowd was like, get off. Where are the jokes, man?
Get off the fishing crap.
Talking about sea bass, white sea bass.
My buddy Brent wants to know, what's your favorite fish to fish for, Amir?
My favorite, I like fishing yellowtail. Is like a lot of fun, maybe jig fishing yellowtail is probably some of my most favorite fishing to do. But I like it all, man. Anything, just anytime I'm on the water is a good time. Yeah, but if I had to say, I think that's my favorite.
I've seen you fish rockfish and be just as happy as you are fishing yellowtail, and I've seen you fish lobsters and be just as. It's just about being out on the water, right?
Yeah, you get a good group of friends together too. It's a good time. Even like going on solo missions is fun too, just getting out there and kind of it's a meditative thing for me too. Once you're around so many people all the time doing this touring stuff, it's kind of nice to just get away and let your mind just, be free and just be clear and not talk to anyone for a while and just get lost in the fishing.
Oh,
So I'm learning too. I'm like not by any means like any sort of expert or anything, but watching guys like you, learning from guys like Roger, and like going on these like trips with those guys and going on trips with you. You learn a lot, and of course your channel teaches a lot of stuff.
Thank you.
I think it's important to have it.
If Matt Ryan, he'll come back with that. Any funny stories, any mistakes, any stupid stuff when he's out fishing. Yeah, he'll talk about that in a few minutes. But gang, we can't do this show without the support of Okuma. I want to show you this really bitchin' lever drag reel that Okuma has out right now that you guys should have in your arsenal. We're talking about jig fishing for yellows. You want to have this reel. Check this out.
Hey guys, this is John Bretza, Director of Product Development for Okuma Fishing Tackle. What I have here is a new Kavala 5 Narrow. This is great for all you jigging enthusiasts. This is built for guys slow pitch jigging. Comes with a 6.4 to 1 gear ratio with 42.1 inches of line pickup with every turn of the handle. So as you'll see, this is a single speed reel, again, built specifically for jigging. All machined aluminum, 6061 aluminum, features 4 high performance bearings. What's great about this reel is that the drag system's all carbonite with Cal Sheets drag grease. At strike, it'll generate up to 15 pounds of drag. At full, it'll come up to 24 pounds of max drag. The gearing, you'll see it's got a big drop-down gearbox, 17 4-grade stainless steel gearing. That's the same material that's inside the Makaira. Now the whole reel, extremely lightweight, comes in at 16.4 ounces. And most of you anglers are gonna be fishing braided line. If you pack this reel full, it'll hold 350 yards of 50-pound braided line. Again, great reel for jigging. One of the things we did was we put an extended oversized handle arm with a big oversized T-bar so you can get nice cranking leverage once you hook that fish. Now this reel holds 350 yards of 50-pound braided line. It's going to retail for $249.99. This will be in tackle shops soon. If you want to find out more information, check it out on okumafishingusa.com.
And there's QR code that'll take you over to the website. Gang,
Wow.
check out that QR code.
That's a badass little reel.
It'll take you over to the website. You can see all the reels they have to offer over there. Check it out. Grab the QR code. Go over there, check it out. And thank you very much, Okuma, for everything you do for your saltwater guide. Thanks for all the support. I really appreciate it. We'll leave the QR code up there for a few minutes. So before we threw up that commercial, Matt Ryan had a question. Do you got any funny stories fishing out on your boat or out with Jesse and Roger?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now a funny one, actually a stupid one. I mean, like, all right, first day we put the boat in the water. I haven't even like tested it locally, you know. I just kind of took it on a short run and put it in a slip for a second. So this is the first day I'm throwing my boat in the water, you know, after all this work I've done, and I've done the work, so it could be shoddy. You know, we don't know if the stuff that the hoses are sticking, if the, you know, everything, you know, fuel lines and, you know, just tune up the whole motor. Just a lot of little things that I did on the boat, you know, made sure I had the plug in. Okay. So that was the first thing. So we didn't sink right away. So I'm like, all right, good, let's go. So we put the boat in the water, and the following day, Jesse from Lingcod Jigs, by the way, if anyone's familiar, Jesse's awesome. And he great fisherman and also makes some killer jigs. And then Roger, my buddy Roger Kasabian, who owns Rajak Sportfishing and Leah Clea Sportfishing. And they do charters and stuff all day. Anyway, they're going out with their dads the following day. So we put my boat in the water, and I'm just itching to go on a trip, you know. But, you know, you want to take a couple local trips when you first put your boat in the water after you've done work to it, you know, make sure everything's legit. Like, I just bought this boat. I don't even know if all the stuff functions correctly, you know. So, but I'm like, they're like, we're going to SBI. So Santa Barbara Island from where we're at, what is it, 50 miles, 55 miles, something like that. So that shouldn't be your first trip.
Wow.
But I'm an idiot. I'm like, you know what? Let's go, man. I'm gonna go. They're like, no, but then I also feel, because Roger's a very, you know, capable, you know, he's as seaworthy as they come, man. So that guy, I always feel safe if I'm with him. So just knowing that they're there made me kind of feel, you know, okay, cool. If anything goes wrong, at least I got them there. So my girl and I, we jump on the boat. They head out. We follow them. And actually, they went out maybe an hour before us. So they get to the spot they're fishing. I think they're fishing lingcod. And they're about like, 5-10 minutes off the island. And I'm going to meet them. And then all of a sudden, I got 2 tanks. It's like a saddle bag type situation, you know. It's like an aluminum tank. And I had, you know, like I said, redone the fuel lines and everything. And I'm seeing I have like half. And this engine, it's a 90 horsepower for a 22-foot boat. I mean, it makes incredible mileage, you know. So I'm like, oh, I got plenty of gas. I got half in this tank. I got half in this tank. And that's about what, like, I have like 40 gallons or something, you know. And then I'm seeing my port side tank is just like, oh, okay, we're getting down to the end. So I'm going to have to go over to the lever and switch over, you know? So we run out of gas. Gas goes out. I'm like, oh, cool. I got a whole nother 20 gallons over here. Bro, I switch over and it just won't. It's not sucking up. I can't prime. I can't get this tank to start filling it, you know? What? Yeah, I can't do it. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I just can't figure it out. And we're up there and I'm like looking at the, what is it? The valve switch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like you go through this, whatever. Yeah, so I'm switching it. I'm trying it. I'm priming it. I have the cowling off. We're sitting there. I got my girl with me too. It's like the most embarrassing thing. And we're about 2 miles from where Roger's at. I could see his boat, you know, or not even 2 miles, like a mile, whatever. I could see him. And I'm sitting there and I'm not panicked. I'm just like, oh, we have a full 20 gallons right here. So it just trying to prime this thing. It just won't go. It won't go. I can't figure it out. Then finally it gets going. I get it started. Start cruising, and then it shuts down right away. I'm like, what the hell is going on? The prime ball has been sucked in like this, and I don't know, like, you know, like I said, I'm not like a super savvy dude with boats like that. I'm just learning everything. I didn't realize, and so I can't figure it out. So I'm just like chilling there, and Roger's like, don't worry, man, we'll come grab you or something like in a little bit, but just chill out. All right, cool. And I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying everything, dude. Like playing with the hoses, all that. Turns out something so simple. When we got back, it was just the vent. The vent hose was a little like twisted, just a tiny bit. And I don't know why I couldn't feel it when I was under there. And that was it. It was just a vent hose that prevented. Yeah. So that was like a stupid thing I did.
That's pretty stupid.
Time
and like Amir said, don't go out on your maiden voyage and go 55 miles off the beach ever.
No. Yet even with somebody, it's a dumb idea. Because let's say I got stuck in the channel, you know, like 30 miles away from those guys, I would have been screwed, you know. Luckily, I was just like a mile away. They came and tied me up and then like kind of cruised me back over there and we got it all figured out. But like it was a dumb, you know. I never felt more like an idiot than just sitting there in the middle of the ocean
with your girl standing next to you, going, "What are we doing, honey?"
Yeah, trying to act cool while she's like, "Yeah, what do we do? Hey, isn't it beautiful out here?"
With Amir.
Yeah, dude, it was embarrassing, but whatever. We got it figured out now. Everything works right. And then, like, yeah, I just was like on these forums trying to figure out what the hell is going on. It's just like a vent hose, and it was just slightly. You know what I mean? Slightly not allowing the air to get in and out or the gases to escape.
So our good buddy John Stanley has a question. Where is the coolest place you fished when you were on tour so far? Was it Bend, Oregon? Was it Australia? Where you showed me some pretty cool stuff you were doing in Australia. You guys were having fun.
Australia was really cool. I wish we would have had the right gear and stuff. My buddy and I, Oysters, who I actually fished with him this last time, he took me to some rivers and where were we in Melbourne, I believe it was. Fuck, I forget the name of exactly where we were, but it was this famous river. I forget. That was cool, but I mean it was a very slow day. It had just rained and kind of washed everything out, so it kind of screwed up the fishing day. But what's another place that we went? Oh, right next to Sydney Harbor, just inside Sydney Harbor in Australia, and we were fishing for the kingfish, which is our yellowtail, basically, right? And we just went out, and this was Oysters is like a big fly fisherman. So he wanted to go on with a fly guide. So we get this fly guide, and he's just like one of those like wild man, like the crocodile hunter, you know, he's got this little skiff and he takes us out. But it was really cool. It was like, we're right next to the, you know, Sydney Opera House. So the views and everything were incredible, but the fishing day just wasn't the greatest because we're using like fly gear. I have no idea what I'm doing, you know, and like the fish are deep and we're like fishing the surface like idiots. You know, and then like there's a couple boats next to us and they had like live squid and they're just hooking up every 2 seconds and we're sitting there using like these like weird like top water things. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So it was like a beautiful place, but it wasn't the greatest day of fishing, you know, like as far as catching, but it was still pretty cool.
You were out there doing it. You got to go see it. You got to go see what it was all about. There was.
Yeah, and it's like one of those things, you know, it takes you a couple, you know, goes to figure out, you know, the fishery, what's happening. You know how it is. You can't just go out one day and just like start hooking into everything. You got to kind of figure it out. So it was like we kind of went in there blind and we kind of just saw how it was. It was cool. And that day it was just like they wanted squid or whatever, and they were deep on the bottom.
Kind of
so
hard to get them on a fly rod.
Yeah, hard to get to. We were using some like sinking flies and stuff, but it'd take you like a half hour to get down to where.
But you were there and
Yeah.
you were doing it, so that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. And then where else? Like, we fished in Montana a bit. We stayed in this like resort thing in Montana, and they had this private lake. My God, it was the best fishing. I mean, because they would just bite I was catching like every cast, like catch a good sized bass, just like green bass. It was really fun.
You get to get on a private lake. That's the best.
I was all by myself. Yeah, just using some like jerk baits. It was just so fun. Even that, I just spent all my time there, and while the guys were messing around doing other stuff, I was just fishing like for the 2 days that we were there.
And you were talking about the tour bus and stuff, and I grabbed another video off of you about Charles. Watch. This is classic. I love this. This is so funny.
Our tour bus driver was awesome. This dude, southern gentleman named Charles from Augusta, Georgia. Charles. And this man was infatuated with like any city we got to. He's like, I'm gonna find me a Red Lobster. That was it for Charles, dude. You put him in a Red Lobster, he's happy as a clam. I'm gonna go eat Red Lobster. I'm gonna get me a shrimp scampi, some cheddar biscuits, and a dirty martini. Yeah! That was his thing. Cheddar biscuits, a shrimp scampi, and a dirty martini. Yeah! I'm talking extra dirty. I'm gonna ask the waitress to put her toes in it dirty. And he said that. He said, put your toenail, spin it around a little bit. I want it dirty. Yeah!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Well, that's Charles, man. Yeah, Charles I love that guy. He was so cool. Southern dude, cool. One of the coolest dudes I've ever met. And you just, we have that big tour bus, so sometimes you go sit in the front and just, chop it up with them. The guys have got stories for days. He's been on the road like with the Allman Brothers, Madonna. He's taken everybody on the road. So they run this like what is it, like a bus, tour bus charter. It's called Night Train out of Nashville. So they take all the country artists and stuff like that, and people that are kind of based out of that area. But he was a character, man. Hanging out with guys like that is a pretty fun for me. I mean, you get like material all day.
Exactly. John Stanley wanted to know, we talked about this a year and a half ago when you were on the show, but we'll get it back into it. How did you get into fishing? This is a pretty cool story.
How I got into fishing? Well, my like back in the day, I used to fish just like lakes and the local, like we had like Eisenhower Park and Irvine River Lakes and or Santa Ana River Lakes and all that little local stuff in Orange County. And we were just like little skater kids, but then we just got onto fishing, and I used to fish with my brother and my when we go to Texas to visit my family, my uncle was like loved fishing too, but they had Galveston right there in Houston. Right out of Houston, and we would go to just the pier and just fish, like for like speckled trout and like sand trout, speckled trout, stuff like that. And me and my brother kind of got hooked on it, but at the time we didn't have the means to like buy the gear and buy all the stuff that you need to fish. So we just kind of went to Big Five and wherever it was that we can get the stuff for cheap, and we made our way with whatever little things that we can get, and then eventually, like, I don't know, I kind of stopped fishing for a long time. And then once I started comedy and then the pandemic hit and I had absolutely like nothing was going on when they shut everything down, I picked it up again. And then I just really got into it. And now it's like more saltwater stuff. And just been having a blast so far doing it. But learning still, like I said, I mean, there's so much to learn.
And Darren said, Amir, you need to come up with a few minutes of roasting Cap Dave. If you guys were on that trip with us when we went hooping, he roasted me for 4 hours straight, gang. You have no problem roasting Cap Dave. He knows all of the sayings. He watches our stuff, I promise.
Yeah, I do. And it's I got to hang with you for a while before I was doing an impression, and Captain Dave was getting kind of pissed at me.
No.
Gang, just what we're gonna do. We're gonna go. I can't do it. Like I gotta hang with you to get the impression down. But yeah, you should play that video of our trip out when we went.
Yeah, the only problem is, Amir, Brian put a bunch of music on it, so it gets me demonetized every time I play it. It's a hilarious video. We love it, but I took it out of the rotation because of the monetization problems now. It gets me demonetized, but it is one of the funniest videos, gang. I wish you could see it. You can still see it live, Amir and Dave. If you go to YouTube, you can see us out fishing on Justin's boat for 5 hours of just the most funniest.
That was so fun. Remember the guy fell asleep too? We had that guy. We put a lobster on his crotch.
We were putting a scrub brush in his mouth.
Oh man, that's what it's all about though. Those trips are the funnest, man. You get a good group of guys together having a laugh and we have a good time.
Oh yeah, Brian, if you could send that without the music on, but yeah, if you take the music off, then you can't hear us talking. I don't know, whatever you can do with them.
Oh, Brian's there. What up, Brian? I love that dude.
He's right here watching.
We got to fish, Brian. Come on my boat, man.
There you go.
Come through. We'll rep
Brian, I'll send you Amir's phone number when the show's over and you can give him a call. They're all going out on Saturday night. They're going out with Justin to Catalina. Brian will be on the boat. They're going over there to go do that Catalina lobster thing. Because of who Brian is, he's gotten to get way deep into the whole fishing thing because of his connection with your saltwater guide. Now he went down fishing at San Diego with Captain Al Clowers to go try to catch a bonefish. And Stephen Ben, the owner, Ben and Promar, told him, Brian, don't get too excited. You're not going to catch any bonefish. I mean, Hansen went and caught some, but it was a big deal for him to catch them. And Brian went down there, and in the first hour, he had 25.
No way.
It was just full speed. Captain Al Clowers knows that back bay like nobody else. It was pretty spectacular. Brian couldn't believe it. Then at the PCS show, the day that the show opened, he went halibut fishing in the morning, listened to what Justin told him to do, and he caught his biggest personal best halibut right before the show started.
What was it?
What was that thing, like 30 pounds, Brian? You're right here on the show. Tell everybody.
30. Dude, I told you the story. I'll tell it on here about I took my girl fishing for the first time ever. And she caught the woman's record, 30-pound class, 50.4 pound halibut on 30 pound.
Really?
Yeah. And it was dumb. We didn't do all the measurements. I mean, my buddy had an official scale. So it was
30 pounds.
It was, his was 30.
Yep.
Yeah. This day we went out. It was probably the best halibut year, I think, this year in a long time. Right. So we went out, we caught 7 over 30 that day. 7 over 30. And the biggest one was my girl caught at 50.4 pounds.
That's a monster.
It was huge, man. It was like such an incredible. If you go to my Instagram, or no, is there pictures on my Instagram? No, I'll send you some pictures. It was incredible. I mean, it was like an Alaska day, you know, it was like we went to freaking Alaska and the steaks were like this big on these things.
So cool. That is so spectacular. And now she's spoiled.
She is spoiled. Then the next time we went, we didn't catch anything. She was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "It's fishing."
Yes.
We got so spoiled.
Why don't we go to where we were last time?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, the conditions change, honey. But yeah, fun.
No, it's wonderful that you're so into this thing and turning your girl onto it and doing all the things that you do is just absolutely so much fun to watch from the outside and watch you and Theo touring around and watching you go up on stage right before Theo goes up and just watching that connection that the two of you have. And then when you walk on the stage, the people go absolutely bananas. And then you take time out of your busy day to come on my silly little podcast.
No, man, it's not silly. It's important. It's important because we have a lot of people that are into this, and especially like in our area and all over the country. I guess you have all people listening from all over the world. But it's important, you know, somewhere for us sickos to go and get together. You know, we drive our girls wild talking about this stuff, so it's a really cool to have like kind of a club type of situation where we can all go and talk and share thoughts and, you know, talk about things that we're into.
So gang, if you follow along with Amir on his social media platform, he's super super busy over on Instagram. That's kind of like your lifeblood over there. That's where you can watch all your cool stuff and see, get kind of prepared for when you go see them live. You watch all these videos. The thing for me was to try to pick out a couple that I could show on here that.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of too much cursing.
Well, yeah, but it's not like every other word out of your mouth is an expletive either. You don't work that way, but you do.
I don't work, and it's not vulgar. It's just, you know, sometimes I get a little excited with my speech.
Yeah, you're like me. When we get a laugh, if someone laughs, forget about it. We're going down that hole now. We're way down deep in there. We forgot where we were even at, right?
That's right. That's right. I mean, sometimes you get lost in it, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, just in green rooms a lot of times with some filthy mouth people, and it just rubs off, you know, hanging out with comics all day. It's like a bunch of pirates.
Right.
And so sometimes
and you're pretty deep in the whole comedy world, gang. We're talking to a real comedian that traveled. This is all he does. He doesn't have another job. This is his job. We have the opportunity here for the next 15 or 20 minutes. If you have any questions you want to ask Amir, like we always do, we try to open this up so that you can get to know who these people are. The best part about our podcast is it's live. So we're answering the questions live, and we do this 6 days a week. Can you imagine, Amir, doing a podcast 6 days a week?
I don't know how you do it. I think it's crazy. It's just, that's a lot, you know. I used to do my podcast, and I'm bringing it back. So like, yeah, if your listeners are on my Instagram or whatever, you're going to see a lot more fishing content and stuff like that. I'm going to kind of lean more into that. I was staying away from it for a little while just because it was like more of a comedy thing, but you know, it's like, why not do what I like, you know? So it's kind of like lean more into the fishing world as well.
Yeah, it'll be great to see your new stuff, the fishing stuff. That'll be cool, because really, to be perfectly honest, gang, it was kind of hard to do that the last 4 years because of the way that the world was slanted one way. You couldn't really talk about fishing stuff because, oh my gosh, we're the enemy if we're out there catching a fish and taking it home and eating it.
It's like silly. Like I would post like one video of me like on a tuna trip, and like I would lose all these followers, and also I'd have like a lot of pissed off women, and they were like, "How could you do that?" It's like, and then that's the same girl that's going, "Let's go to sushi" with their girlfriends and like posting pictures of them eating sushi. You know, it's like, how do you think that sushi gets to your plate? And we're doing like, you know, hook and line fishing. It's not like, you know, I'm going out there with a freaking net and just grabbing all the fish out of the sea. They're like, put them back in the water. Yeah, they think we're like ruining the whole like environment and stuff. It's just ridiculous. And I think fishermen are some of the most like environment conscious people out there, you know, taking care of our resources and stuff like that. So I think it's just spreading the right information is important.
Yeah, absolutely. Like what's going on right now in Southern California, they want to take away our barred sand bass. They don't want us to fish for sand bass anymore, which is like, none of us.
You were telling me about that. Yeah, that's going to ruin the charter businesses. I mean, that's their lifeblood, right?
Yeah, that's how the whole industry was built around the sand bass. And with the crossover with you and who you're talking to and who you're seeing, it would be really cool if somebody had a way to talk to Gavin Newsom and just explain to him what these two people that he has in his administration are trying to do. I don't think personally, I don't think Gavin Newsom really wants to end sport fishing in California. But what the people that he hired are planning on doing is ending sport fishing in California, which doesn't make any sense to me. And I think someone just needs to talk to him. So hopefully between you and all the people that you're connected with, somebody can get in there and talk to the guy. That would be pretty spectacular. We only got till February 12th.
I wish I was more politically connected, honestly, but I've stayed out of that world, and I honestly don't even know. I know you're pretty involved with that stuff and getting your voice out there within that world, but it just yeah, where do you begin, and what do you do other than just like talk word of mouth to people and tell people like, you know, their ideas of what they want to do are just it's bad for a lot of people. It's going to put a lot of people out of business.
Well, your good friend, you know? The guy you tour with, that you guys have been buddies for a long time since you were young, he had the man on his podcast. Come on, he helped the man get elected. Whether you want to believe it or not, he had a lot to do with the guy getting elected. Barron told his dad, "You need to go on Theo's podcast."
Well, I mean, they thanked him, and I mean, Dana White thanked him in the the speech when he was accepting the presidential when he won basically. So I get it, but it's like trying to get Theo to do something.
No, I know. It has to be his idea. It has to be
Exactly.
Theo's idea. But he also loves you, and he loves that you love to fish, and you'd like to take your girl, even though he's afraid to go out there because the sea monster might get him.
No, man, I know he's tough. I'm trying to get him just on the boat. Then I could talk to him about these things, have him fall in love with the fishing, the saltwater fishing, and then we can get into this stuff.
Right. But you have a big voice too. I think you're cutting yourself short. You have a big voice. I know you're not in the political world, but you have a big voice, and a lot of people are paying attention to what you're doing. So I think just talking about it here on this show is going to be good enough to get somebody to go, what the hell are you talking about? They're going to shut down fishing in California?
I mean, all these regulations, I feel like it's just somebody acting like they have to like prove that they're doing a job of some sort, So they're just like, hey man, we're going to make this regulation and this rule. Look, I'm doing work. So I don't know. Like you said, I don't know. Like for example, you go out, you're rock fishing, and I don't know how many. I've caught 10,000 cow cod, and you got to descend them back down. It's the deal. It's like I think at some point the population is healthy again.
Oh, it's super healthy. You cannot adversely affect the population of the fish in the ocean with a fishing pole. Not even you, as good a fisherman as you are, Amir. You can't do it, man. You just can't do it.
Cool. I think the fish get excited when I go out. They go, "Oh, we're staying here. We're gonna be.
We have nothing to worry about."
We got nothing to worry about. Just staring at my hook.
Oh my gosh!
Come say hi.
Yes.
This is.
Pretty
Come say hi to
please.
Captain Dave. This is Captain Dave. Where's Marley?
Hi.
She wants to see Marley.
Yeah, I
Hold
love
on.
the monkey.
Hey, relax. It's a kids
Hold
show.
on here. Where are you, little buddy? Okay.
Well, yeah, this is my favorite part. This is our favorite guy. Look at Marley.
Gosh.
Marley, the little cricket
Calm down.
eater. I love
Calm
this
down.
guy.
Take it easy. Calm down.
Yeah, we're gonna come visit you, dude. We're gonna come down there and visit you and Marley and Kelly.
Marley, relax. He's the smallest monkey in the world. Look at him. That's his favorite place to be, on Captain Dave's shoulder.
Oh my
Dude, I
gosh.
love him.
He's so
He's
cute.
got the cutest little brown eyes. Oh,
I think he's got like a lemur tail. I like that.
yeah, his little brown eyes are just make you melt.
Look at him.
Oh my
And
gosh.
his
Human.
head is the size of my thumb.
Oh my gosh,
That's
he's
cute.
tiny.
He's the littlest monkey in the world. Okay.
Yeah, he's
like,
done.
dude, I was
What a
taking a
cutie.
nap waiting for you to get done, because he knows right after the podcast we go for a ride in the car.
He gets fed.
And we
Oh,
drive
do you?
all
Oh,
over
there you
Cabo
go.
San Lucas, and he's in mesmerized. He just sits on my shoulder and just looks at everything like it's all brand new. And
That's awesome. Yeah, it's so cute. When we were talking on the phone the other day and you had him on your shoulder, it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Amir. That's a beautiful young lady you have there, man.
Oh, thank you. That's my
See, gang?
trophy.
Thank
He is
you.
hetero.
Where's Kelly girl?
Everybody
Kelly
Everybody
girl.
was wondering if you were actually a heterosexual or not. Now,
I know, man. The way you and I've been kissing on the lives when we fish together.
oh my God.
You're getting a little too close.
Yeah, well, we got to get together. Whenever you guys want to come down here, you guys got a room. Kelly's got your sheets and your mattress all cleaned and ready for you guys. Come down to Cabo.
It'd be great.
I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm gonna have her stay with Marley in the cage, and then you and I
Yeah,
can
there
go
you go.
fishing.
Her and Kelly can go cruise around the house and clean up all the monkey poo.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
Because he
That's
runs
right.
his
What
house.
happened? Oh, sorry, Captain Dave. I think we're about to go. We're gonna grab some
Yeah,
lunch
we're
real
done.
quick. No, man, we gotta stay
Okay,
on.
yeah, you can't take her to lunch. Nope, he's going to stay here. We're going to talk about.
I'm
We're just going to talk
starved.
about stuff that doesn't matter for a while, just to piss you off.
No, yeah, man. So what size hook would you use if you're really fishing? She loves this talk. She's actually got really hooked on it after
That
she
big
caught
halibut, my
world
goodness,
record.
the woman's
Yeah.
record. That's insane.
It was so
I can't
fun.
wait to see the picture.
was
So
really-
before they leave, gang, do me a giant favor. Follow Amir over on Instagram. Follow him. You guys will not be disappointed. His stuff is hilarious. He's so funny. Check it out. There's a bunch of cool videos over there, but go see, it says 235,000 followers. Do me a favor. Let's make that 260,000 by tomorrow. It can easily happen with the followers we have. So get over there and follow him. It'll help him out tremendously. And then as he's going to be in tour in California, we'll let you know, or wherever you're at, just send him a message on Messenger right there on Instagram. He'll answer you, right?
Yeah, I'll get back. Definitely, I'll get back, especially if it's about fishing. I'll definitely be on it. That's one way to catch my attention is talk to me about fishing.
And
I'll be there.
Doogie, see you later, Doogie. Have a great day.
Yeah, Doogie, look, say hi. Say hi
Bye,
to Captain
Doogie.
Dave. And also, yeah, if you see me on the water, say hi, man. I'll be out there. If you see me out there,
Thank
say
you for
hello.
coming on our show. Go feed her.
Love you, brother.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
All right, Captain Dave. Tell Kelly I said hi.
Well, man,
Take care,
thank
brother.
you very much for being there.
Bye.
Have a
Bye,
great
guys.
day. See you, bud. All right, Amir. That was cool. That was super cool. He's a good friend. Good friend. Let's blow his Instagram page up, you guys. Let's blow it up. If you guys are following me over on Instagram, it's absolutely amazing what's going on right now. That video of me at Tommy Gomes's Tunaville Market and Grocery, just all we're doing is trying to put the swordfish spine fluid on the spoon. That's all we're doing. We don't even talk about what it is or anything. That video right now, well, before we went live, it had 20.5 million views in 5 days. Right now, let me tell you, this is incredible. You're not even going to believe it. It has, while we've been talking, it got, hold on a second, I lost it there. It's got 21 million. So it's gotten over 800,000 views while we've been live on the show right now. Right now, we got 22.8 million views on our Instagram page in the last 22 days. That's an insane number, and it's because of all of you. And I want to thank you all very, very much. Like Elliot and I said at the beginning of the year, we've grown over 600% over here at Your Saltwater Guide. And it's because of all of you, and it's because of our great sponsors, Okuma and Promar and Deckhand Sports and fishingbooker.com. Without all the sponsors, without all the collaboration, without all of you, none of it's possible. Please do me a massive favor. Go follow me on YouTube if you haven't already, because we're at 89,000 followers on YouTube. I would love to see it at 100,000 before we get to the PCS show, which would be insane. Right now, we're sitting at about 800,000 followers across all social media. We're viral on every platform, and that's because of all of you. It's not because of anything I've done different. I'm still the same knucklehead. I've been doing the same stuff for 50 years. It's just all of a sudden now everybody's watching, which is pretty insane. If you've never seen this podcast before, if you don't know what's going on, we do this 6 days a week. Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then on Saturday mornings, we do the Fish Report show, give you guys some idea of what's going on out on the water. We let everybody come on, different sport boat captains. We had Andy from the Red Rooster 3 on last Saturday. He's on a 15-day trip right now, so he's going to join us Saturday morning on the show. I just want to let you know on Saturday, gang, we're going to be driving up the Baja. My good buddy Ron and I, we're driving all the way to Captain Al Clower's house because I bought Kelly a brand new, beautiful couch for our living room here in Cabo. And the same couch, if I bought it here in Cabo, was $3,000. But because I'm having it delivered to Al's house and going to drive it down in my truck, it costs $980, the exact same couch. It's amazing. I don't know why, but we're making the drive. So Ron and I will be on the side of the road Saturday morning doing our live show because we have Starlink now in the back of the truck. So we can do our show anywhere. It's a mobile show. It's pretty spectacular. And then on Sunday, we're going to do a special show. I've got these two young men. You guys can see it on Facebook. They are going to get an A for their project. They're trying to help restore kelp along the coast of Australia, New Zealand, America, restoring the kelp. They have a lot to say. These two young men, I'm very proud of them. I posted their stuff, and I'm going to bring them on as guests on the podcast. And it's going to be a great show on Sunday. I hope you guys can join us. It probably won't be a long show, it'll probably be about a half an hour podcast, but we'll do that. Yesterday's podcast was absolutely incredible. I am so blessed to have Michael Folks as my co-host now on Tuesdays. And then everybody that was hoping that Bill Varney would be with us today, he will be with us tomorrow because Amir's flying out tomorrow to go do those shows on Saturday and Sunday. So Amir was going to be on tomorrow, but he couldn't. So he brought him on today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you can go over there and see all his different comedy stuff on Instagram and follow him over there. It would help him out and it would help me out tremendously to show him the power of your saltwater guide. I want to thank you all very, very much for watching the show today. Marley and I are going to go for a drive. We're going to grab Kelly Girl and go have lunch somewhere in Cabo. And Marley loves getting out of the house and going for a drive. Love us going to the restaurants and meeting all the cool people in Cabo. And I thank you all very much. Don't forget, we're having that mullet contest on Saturday at the PCS show, the Pacific Sport Fishing. The PCS show is an incredible show at the Orange County Fairgrounds, the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th at the Orange County Fairgrounds. I had a banner here. I'm trying to find it. I don't know what happened. There it is. That's our show, 6th through the 9th, Pacific Coast Sport Fishing show at the Orange County Fairgrounds. You guys want to be at this show. I would suggest going at least 2 days because there's so much stuff. You can't even comprehend how big this show has gotten to be. Like Michael Folks and I were talking, we've been a part of it since the very beginning. Michael's going to make a guest celebrity appearance. He'll come in the booth. I'm not sure what day. Bill Varney will be in the booth. Al Clowers will be in the booth. Pablo will be in the booth. Justin will be in the booth. And then the great Kelly Girl will be in our booth. We're going to be in a different location this year. We're not going to be in the hangar. So those of you that saw us in the hangar last year, we're going to be over in the tackle room. Right outside that room, there's a door that goes out to the stage. We'll be speaking on every day. We'll be speaking every day, and we'll be in the booth every day. It's going to be insane, the amount of people, and we're still working out the details for the party we're going to have on Saturday somewhere. We're not positive where yet. We thought we had it pinned down, but once they found out how many people were going to come, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you going to have that many people? I don't know, because there's a lot of people that want to come and hang out with Kelly Girl. I don't know why there's going to be that many people, but there's going to be. And they're like, well, we got to change that. So that's all we got, gang. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Be kind to each other. Turn off the news. Our hearts go out to everybody in the Palisades area, Malibu area. What a devastating fire. It's still raging out of control right now. It's still burning down houses. From the bottom of my heart, I am super sorry. I'm thinking about all of you. I can't even imagine I can't stand here and say, I know what you're going through. I have no idea. When you lose every single thing you've ever owned and it's all gone, just like that, it's a pretty sad day in Southern California, gang. And these fires are raging out of control. And it's not just one. There's a whole bunch of them. And it's pretty scary. And we kind of talked about it on the show on Monday. We had Pablo on here. He's an ex fire captain. He had a lot of cool things to tell you about getting ready to get out of there, because we knew that there was going to be some devastation, but we had no idea it would be this big. There's a lot of stuff that we'll never see again, like Wiley's Bait and Tackle right there on the beach. This is a very sad day for Southern California. Our hearts are out for all of you. We're thinking about every one of you. And thank you guys for watching the show. Bill Varney will be with us tomorrow. We'll do our surf show tomorrow. Captain Al Clowers may have a charter. If he doesn't, he will be joining us. He's taking the grandkids fishing. That's right. He's going to join us from out on the water. If he has service, he's going to be fishing the back bay. And thank you all for everything you do for Kelly Girl and I and the whole crew over at Your Saltwater Guide. We appreciate all of you. Have a great day. Turn off the news. They're all lying. Get your information from real sources like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and your saltwater guide always tells the truth, whether you like it or not. It is the truth. So have a great day. Turn off the news. They're all lying. I'll see you.